elephants eat that actually requires such massive guts? Park Ranger Percy Ramagama has taken me as close to the elephants as is safely possible.
Listen to that. That's a whole bush gone over. It's amazing being this close. You can hear the start of digestion, the getting the food and ingesting it into the digestive system, and you can hear how destructive that is. The crashing and crunching of branches as they move through to take the food that they want.
It turns out elephants will eat practically anything. No tree or bush is safe. Bark, wood, roots, even the soil they grow in, all are on the menu. But it's so poorly nutritious they need to eat a lot. In 20 days, they'll eat their entire body weight in plants, hence the need for big guts to process it all.
Let's go back there. The wind is stable now. It's
Yeah.
gonna just go around.
Okay. We need to move on because the wind's dropped and it's now going round in circles, so that puts us in a fairly vulnerable position.
Finally, we've managed to get the digestive system laid out. So let me take you on a little journey that this elephant's food would go on when it's eating and when it was alive. Now, this elephant would have been fed a mixture of hay, but also things like fruits and so on. And obviously, that would go in this end and be macerated and chewed up by its incredible teeth, which we'll look at later. It would then end up in here, in a sac, which is the stomach, very similar to our stomach, that's connected directly to all this pipe work here that is the small intestine. This is where the kind of easy stuff to digest is digested, to get lots of energy out of its food that's quick and easy to harness. Then, though, the small intestine goes round here, down this pipe here, and joins this massive bag here, which is called the cecum. We have a cecum, we have a little appendix next to it, which is relatively small because we don't digest this kind of food. But this is the really important part of the elephant's digestive system, where fermentation goes on to extract goodness out of this incredibly rough plant material. That goes on in the cecum, which is then connected to this massive piece of pipework, which is the large intestine, where some more fermentation goes on and the absorption of the goodness that the elephants managed to get out of here. And then finally, when it gets down to the rectum, out it produces a fecal pellet. Now look at this. They're not massively different in terms of, you can tease this apart and it's very familiar as what started in the front end. It's not a brilliantly efficient digester, but it stays alive and it's able to fuel this huge, massive animal thanks to this part of its digestive system.